That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And anybody who can't do that, that doesn't mean they're not worthy of you. You need to either attempt, try, learn, find out enough about you to be able to figure out what that is.
Yes.
And that's not money because
Yep.
because you listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black
Yeah.
men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm gonna cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because
I wonder why.
No. I need somebody to they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have. Well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
All right. That's enough. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube world, YouTube land? I am Real Estate Jay, and
It's gonna be a cold summer.
welcome to the Cold Summer Podcast. We got to get straight into this video with Tyler Perry. All right. First of all, let me just start this off by saying I like Tyler Perry, right? I actually am a fan of Tyler Perry because I've watched this man when I was in my teenage years, do the plays, all the way to where he's at now with the studio out in Atlanta. So I gotta respect the man's hustle. So can we give my man his flowers, at least on that? All right. But on this statement of Mr. Tyler Perry, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. See, the statistic is that women, just in general, make like 80 to 82 cents per dollar of what a man would make. So women make just a little bit less, just according to that particular data, when it comes to just that part, right? So for every dollar that's out there that a man makes, a woman makes about 82% of that, right? Or 80-something% of that, or 80% of that, whatever, right? 80 cents of that. I keep saying percent. 80 cents of that. So in general, most women do not make more than men. And then I'm sure if we look up the statistic between black women and black men make, I'm sure, significantly more than a woman, right? A black woman. So this is just not right. Now, here's where I'm gonna just give Tyler Perry a little bit of slack here, because the world that Tyler Perry lives in is totally different, right? Tyler Perry lives in a world where he's around the Viola Davises, the Taraji P. Hensons, all of these people. So life is a little bit different for Tyler Perry. Okay? Much different for Tyler Perry. So he sees these women probably all the time on a daily basis. So what I'm going to say is he probably does see these type of people, right? And in his world, he thinks that. But in reality, right here on the I don't want to say ground level, but just in everyday life, the everyday Joe, this is not going on. His wife is not making more than him most of the time, right? So that alone is wrong. But here's where we got to get to, right? Because we got to talk about if a man could only pay the light bill, or he could only pay the water bill or the cable bill, and the woman made significantly more, the problem here is that most women are not going to respect their man. They're not going to respect him when it comes to him making less. That woman's going to tell him, hey, babe, you need to go out and find another job.
Sensational.
because she wants to be secure. And for her to feel secure, she needs to make sure that her man is the main one working, right? If she gets pregnant and she wants to take some time off, the man now has to step up. See, what Tyler Perry is saying and what he's saying is something that should be normal and understood in today's day and age. If a man was only able to do this, then the woman should say, hey, babe, I'll take you out on a few dates. Don't worry about it. You take care of these bills. I'll take care of this. But that's just not going to happen in today's day and age with the feminist movement, with the modern woman who thinks that because she gets a job, she's equal to a man until it's time to do a man's job. What? That is the problem. See, most men are okay. And I think most men, when I say this, understand this, right? If their woman had made more than them, I mean, obviously a man is looking to go out there, be the hunter, and make as much money as he can, right? But if they were in love with the woman and she made more, most men would be okay with that, right? If my woman made more than me, and I mean, I'm out there hustling, bustling, doing my thing, and she just happened to be, who knows, a freaking lawyer or a doctor or something like that, I would be secure within myself that she makes more. You know why I would be secure within myself? Because this is what a lot of couples are not doing, right? They're not sitting down with their man, or the man's not taking control and telling her the vision, what he has for him and her family, right? Or their family. So even if she makes more than me, if I come to her and I say, this is how I want to set up our life. This is where I want us to go. No matter if you make more or I make less, this is where we're heading. So while you're working, this is where we're heading to. See, a man has to step up and become the man and become the visionarian, the person who has the vision and step up to become the leader, right? I would be okay with that. But the problem is a woman will associate a man by how he provides, right? What he can do for her. And if she feels that she makes more than him, then guess what happens? She then belittles him, because then she say, this is my money. I don't want to do that with my money, right? And a woman won't just kind of submit to a man and let him do his thing. I would be okay with it, because I would show my woman, listen, I don't care how much money you make. I am smart when it comes to the finances, because your woman may not be smart with the finances, even though she makes more. This is where I want to go with it, right? But that's not going to happen in today's day and age. It's just not, right? We have too much out here, too much influence on a woman to pretty much just think that she can be by herself and be just great, all right? Most men are secure within themselves, right? Most men are. But in this particular situation, Tyler Perry, a woman is just going to look for her next available option. What? It's just the way it's going to be. She's going to find the next man who can provide for her better than the man that she's with, who can only pay a light bill.
Sensational.
That's it. Women are not going to be logical or reasonable and say, hey, this man who's making less is really the man I'm supposed to be with, and he's working his tail off to make more money than me. No, they're not going to give him that opportunity. Do you know there's women out there, and I hear it all the time. Women will say, I don't want to be in struggle love. I don't want to date a man where he's at right now. I want him to already be established.
Sensational.
They don't want a man who's going through school, going through his journeyman or something like that. He's trying to become like the next HVAC tech to have his own job, or he's on the trenches making things happen with a great vision. They don't want to be with a man like that right now. They want the man to be already established when they meet them. That's already an unrealistic goal. If he's in school, he's grinding and he's working and all that, they don't want that man, right? They want Rodney. You know what Rodney's going to do? Rodney's going to make a whole bunch of money, and Rodney is going to be abusive to her and give her what she wants, but she's going to be miserable. Instead of her waiting for Mr. Steve, which Steve is grinding as well, but Steve is in school. Steve is, making his way through the ranks, but they don't want to wait for Steve because Steve is taking too long. So, unfortunately, Mr. Tyler Perry, you are wrong. What? And even though the women that you see are actresses who are making a lot more money than their husband, because that's a very, very small percentage. And that's the world he lives in. I mean, this is what he like eats, sleeps, and breathes, right? He's around these type of women. And that's where I give Tyler Perry just a little bit of slack, because he's no longer in that world that he was when I was watching him as a teenager in his plays. He's not there anymore. He's not sleeping in his car. He's around more prestigious people, right? He's around the Oprahs of the world. Like I said, Viola Davis's, Taraji P. Henson's, and all these other women that are making significantly amount more than any woman, modern, regular woman right now. This is the way it is. But most men make more than women. And then guess what happens? It's still hard for a woman to listen to you. Even when you do make a whole bunch of money, it's still hard for a woman to listen to you and your vision, right? So that's what I got to say about this video. I got to hear your guys' thoughts below. I want to hear what y'all got to say about what Tyler Perry has said, and if y'all agree with it. And I would love to hear people that do agree with it and why, right? Because I'm always looking to learn more, right? So, like I say after every video, this is chess, not checkers. And I'm going to see y'all at work.